Hello and welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I'm going to react to the 9th episode of The Last Kingdom, and after this, the 10th one. I'm also going to react to that today, which means today is the day I'm going to finish this show, and it feels so weird. I'm honestly kind of scared, like, what are we going to see, you know? Of course, you guys still have to wait for my reaction to the finale next week. But it is already available for early access on my Patreon. The link to my Patreon is in the description. If you subscribe to the early access tier, you can see my reaction to that episode already. There's also the uncut reaction tier, and that will give you access to all of my The Last Kingdom episodes uncut. So the full 50 minutes without cuts. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, or you just want to check out the finale already, yeah, check it out. The link is in the description. So the last thing we saw is, of course, Elfwin. She got captured by Æthelhelm's men, and she is in Bebbanburg now, and she has to marry the Scottish king. In the meantime, we see a lot of people wanting to save her, but the only one who doesn't want to save her is Edward. The thing is, I noticed in my comments, a lot of people are defending Edward, and I really understand that. And also, as long as you're respectful and all, I don't care about people having other opinions. Everyone is allowed to have their own opinion, of course. And I think it's also interesting to see what you guys are saying. That's why I'm also sometimes liking it or commenting on it. The thing is just, I really understand it because you guys are right. The thing is, he really thinks in the best interest of the kingdom. And with other choices, I could still like say, okay, yeah, I understand, but still, there's like these people you love, and there's like a lot of disrespect towards Æthelflaed still, even though I also understand like, hey, this is the best for the kingdom, even though it's like disrespecting your sister. So in some way that does make him a strong king, but in the same way, I just don't understand how you can betray your family like that. But also I do, because it's like a lot of people you have to think about. It's a big responsibility. So I know that's also kind of his struggle, but to me it's just like, he seems to be doing everything so emotionless, but at the same time, he throws a tantrum when he doesn't get what he wants. And to be honest, with all the other things, I'm like, yeah, I can still get why he did it. And there was also people advising him to do it. But with the last episode, I was really like, there was a hall filled with people and no one agreed with you. And then people just decided like, okay, fuck it, we're gonna do it on our own then. And then he didn't agree with that, of course. And then he trapped them there so they couldn't leave. And that was for me really the moment like, okay, this really shows to me. I personally felt like he just made up his mind how they were gonna do it already. Then everyone, all the advisors, Uhtred's men, his own mom, everyone said he should do it differently. And I just kind of felt like he's just too proud to change his opinion, because he was like, no, I've decided this already, you know. That's kind of how it felt to me. That he's just too proud to change the way he wanted to do that because he made up his mind already. And things don't go his way, you know. I don't know, it's kind of a struggle with him. And I think for me it's also the fact that when we used to see him in season 3 as a boy, yeah, he was just so good and so sweet, and I really liked him there, and it's just he changed so much, and that's logical, of course. He became a king, he's got a great responsibility now, and of course that does that to a person. So it makes absolute sense, but sometimes I'm just a bit sad that, yeah, we never see anything from the old Edward anymore. So I think that's just kind of the thing for me. Like, I really understand why he does things, but he also pisses me off, you know? So yeah, that's also where the episode left off. He closed the gates and they can't leave now. I think that was the last thing we saw. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue watching and find out what happens next. I'm very excited. So let's watch episode 9.
Just before departure.
Any word if the king will relent?
John and all his advisors.
Wouldn't turn swords and Saxons, surely.
Tell that to the Mercian Ealdorman. Leave at sunrise.
So they can just leave?
Do his men still bar the gate?
Yes, Mercian seems set on departure. And neither will back down.
Ah.
Another person cannot sleep.
She's gonna try to use her. Smart.
Not in the king's favor tonight. Told him he should not turn his back on Northumbria.
No man enjoys hearing the truth from the woman he loves. All the same, when it must be delivered, God is with us.
My My orders are still to fight. Prepare the men of Wessex. Let's gather at the gate.
Do not turn.
Iagatha, you should be returning to Winchester.
This is literally the first time I realized what her name is.
Merely the women who love you.
I swear I will say the truth as I see it, and then leave. Your plan is not without merit. Cost of dividing the Saxons. Do not risk sundering Mercia from Wessex.
Advising Lord Aldhelm.
But I shall not, for I agree, Lord Aldhelm. Ethelfled would follow Uhtred.
I am the king. I do not follow.
And this is why I also still feel like he's just a boy who was given too much power. But I feel like that's most kings.
So strange. I ask myself why. And I only have one conclusion. Fear.
Fear Ethelhelm Constantine.
No, but you fear Alfred and his legacy. So I will tell you.
The thing he always does with the hands, like really slowly.
Fulfill your father's dream. You do not have to leave it to your descendants. You are worthy to live in the chronicles.
It's not fear that holds me back.
I am your mother, and I know when you are afraid, you are deserving of this moment. And faithful a man as your father, and for that...
I don't know if this is gonna help. He's so stubborn.
Seize this moment.
I did see a bit of a change in his eyes for maybe a second. It got to him. But if he's gonna do something with it...
Wessex have stood down.
Oh, it did.
We right. Open the gates.
What is this? Is he joining them? Or stopping them?
To Bebbanburg then, Lord Uhtred.
The king had his man.
Yeah.
That is your command. We need someone loyal to hold the borderlands in Northumbria.
Still making it sound like he got what he wanted. If that's your command. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Hell yeah. Okay. Really felt like Edward was never gonna change his mind on this, but she did a good job. Nice. I'm so excited for the last 2 episodes. Oh my god. Yeah. Here we go.
Go south for battle, we shan't avail ourselves of Northumbrian hospitality if necessary. As soon as Constantine's army arrives, we will be on our way with our supplies.
When do they arrive? This army?
Soon.
He does not know when these Scotsmen come. He just hopes they do.
Look who I found on the road ahead. Kinlev, you're late.
Oh, Kinlev.
So much to tell. First, I found myself lost by the boat.
No, not the time, Kinlev.
What news do you bring?
Constantine's men preparing a boat near his port at Dinbar.
One boat will not transport an army. It'd be an advance guard. You would not arrive into a fortress by the sea gate like a trader.
Constantine is strategic. He'll know how changeable the tides are.
Stay with the plan. Luck, his full army will take days to gather.
When King Constantine's army appears on the horizon, set fire to that church!
Mother, this is where you will stay.
My life is unimportant. Your bloodline is safe. That is all that matters.
Go around the fortress at a distance.
I am not one to ask military questions. Word will spread. Mighty army camping nearby.
Yeah.
A point at which we cannot hide. Have to pray that God is with us.
They did finally make like her hair like a bit grey.
Do you need my help? She will not. We know our role. Some moment men must face alone, and this is one.
Oh, training.
Alert our Lord.
Ah, he's here.
It is the king.
King would choose a finer ship, except for perhaps this one.
A king arrives our fortress to the front.
Funny man.
Stand alert for the king of the Scots!
We are a little in advance of what we
Yeah, no one was expecting this.
His weakness is his impulsiveness. He learns of our alliance.
will not sit and wait for an attack. 'Tis cowardly.
I thought we had agreed an attack would be launched once you had cemented ties with Mercia.
Was that the boy who'd be king of the Saxons?
Indeed. Come and bow to King Constantine.
Word of advice to a future king. Trust no one who advises you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really smart comment. He's like, shit, he's right.
Ask Lady Elfwin to join us.
No. I should prefer to meet her alone after we've dined.
Ah.
Never meet a bride on an empty stomach.
But now she has an empty stomach. Or did they just bring her food? Like I said, weird man. Funny man. Weird in a funny way, but I don't know. Weird. Oh, she's thinking of jumping again? She won't though.
Ride up to the gate, just the three of us. Teach your cousin a lesson.
Riding up to the gate, something I've tried before.
Yeah, we all know how that went.
They want to join you. They'll tell stories of us their whole lives. Babember, my part in its conquest.
The way Cedric is just always showing his muscles. It's just like ever since I started going to the gym myself, I can like really appreciate that more. Like, he trains a lot, you can see it.
How many men were in this boat?
Only a household guard, as Uhtred predicted.
Not assume it is a sign.
Time we should attack. Before his army arrives,
No.
Our targets are all in one place. Storm the fortress now. Trap Ethelhelm and Constantine.
Elfwin is within. She will be forced to this marriage. Threaten her.
Yes.
Trust Ethelhelm. Act with reason when he's in a corner.
This is a tough one, yeah. Because I also feel like they have to be fast.
We will surely outman them.
His own daughter died amidst the fury of his scheming. We cannot risk Ethelfled's child in the chaos.
There is another way.
Oh,
I will leave with some of my men. Wait until you have word from us.
the other entrance?
Delphin out of the fortress, and you can attack.
Yeah.
Seagate Lord?
No. There is a route to Bebbanburg. I cannot take an army. I dismissed it as too perilous. But the tiny number?
Just the three of them.
Maybe it is possible.
When this tiny number is the household guard.
Julik, are you strong enough to join us?
Are you strong enough to stop me?
Really? You just got stabbed.
Whatever the danger, I'm man enough to face.
Four's a number that's always served us well.
Stand the men down. Do not attack until I signal. If it works, return with Elfwin.
If it does not,
No one will return.
then this will be the last time we speak together. Seek the help of someone I know.
Help is not forthcoming.
then we'll have to think of something.
I think it was also pretty sweet in some way that like
We have work to do. No flirting.
flirting with the nuns. That Kinlav wanted to go there to save her, save Elfwin.
Had written we would have brewed some ale.
What? Bruh, I almost forgot about her. Oh.
God set other plans.
Oh, this is good because it would have been bad if we hadn't seen her anymore. Even though I kind of forgot about her.
Is it the time? Have you the men?
Edward has an army south of here. First, they must get into the fortress, secure the Lady Elfwin.
I was already like, who is he looking for? But yeah.
I will need the help.
No. No, he's too young.
Not his help. No, not his at all. By any piece of luck, the trader Heston's still in these lands.
Oh.
Truly the gods are with you. Come.
Is he there?
He refuses to leave because he's making such good coin here.
The traitor Heston. How did people I kind of hated became kind of iconic?
Steal from me and you'll regret it. Uhtred?
I come to offer silver, not to take it. I am to enter Bebban, but help me by distracting the household guard.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
An unwise choice. I will retake my lands, then we will punish you for this refusal.
Threaten me and I shall go to Bebember tonight and warn them of your attack.
No, you will not.
I'm busy making silver.
Do you really need him?
Tell me, will Valhalla welcome a man who sells relics to fools?
My ancestors came to these lands to become rich, merely leaving my birthright.
All I ask is that you draw the guard to the shore, and for that I will pay you handsomely.
You don't have the coin.
Edward does.
When I retake Bebbanburg.
And also, if he retakes Bamberg, he also does.
It is not simple to lure a guard away from their defenses.
Hmm.
It will cost you.
Yes, I know.
Cannot be wrong to protect the Lady Elfwin or to seek a home for your children. Whether this is the time that has been chosen for you, that I cannot say.
I have always hoped that she would join them for Beppenburg one day, though.
Get it done as dawn rises, and tomorrow will be the first day of a new world.
Does everyone understand the plan?
He draws the guards down to the beach.
Never thought I'd see them work together with Heston.
Getting the bit where you sit on your arm.
Yeah, I sit on my arm in the boat. Get them out when the signal comes.
We're all agreed.
There is still no word from Uhtred.
Be patient. He has never let you down.
Never before was he fighting for his own lands. As much as he speaks of Saxon unity, we know what brings him here.
I do not think that is fair.
I will not.
Spies north of here say the Scots have left a camp and march in this direction.
How long until they reach Bebbanburg?
Unclear.
From what of Uhtred?
He's really so scared of
No
Uhtred
word.
betraying him.
No sighting. We cannot track him.
You should know by now that Uhtred is a man of his word.
I fear he is going to attack.
Without Uhtred.
Not seem to care if my father lives.
Walking to Elfwin has no thought for Lord Elfweir.
Edward is lost. So enraged Ethelhelm's treachery, risk his own son. Come, ride with me, Sal.
Will not flee the battle. Give use to injured men.
Not suggesting we flee. If you want to avert a slaughter, then follow.
You plan to jump and swim away?
Perhaps.
Not before by the calm.
I do not care. My life is over. Are you the king of the Scots?
Are you the bride?
So I'm told. Why are you not married? You're older than my father.
Which fellow would that be?
Oh yeah, I was like, huh? But yeah.
My apologies, it's an unkind joke. You already hate me.
Yes.
Why?
Bro, you're twice her age.
Marry you.
If it's not more, honestly. It's more.
Being forced upon me.
I do not wish to marry you, either.
Free me from this bargain.
No, because I have given my word.
I am being traded.
That's just the way of things. You will be rich and well cared for.
You have no idea. None.
Who is it that you're fond of?
I'm sorry?
Aww.
Why your heart this fosters so much resentment?
I'm pure.
I'm not asking that.
I will not share the content of my heart.
As we will be married, I feel I should offer you my trust. I am a mother. A woman is married herself. Yes, she is mine. And I have no wish to betray her by hunting a girl of noble blood.
Okay. I mean, that's a good thing for her.
You will be my wife.
There's way worse fates to have.
I shall enjoy the riches of your lands in Mercia and may visit, but not your chamber.
Okay.
In short,
I was kind of hoping for this.
and I will never love you.
Lord King, that is the first time someone has been honest with me for quite a while.
Oh, he's pretty sweet. The thing is, I already thought he was like, that's why I also constantly called him like weird funny man. Like not in a bad way, but he had this vibe, you know? And I was kind of hoping like, please don't hurt this girl. And I also couldn't really see him doing it. So this is making me very happy. Like I still hope it's gonna be prevented, of course, because this is all Ethelhelm's plan. But this must also be a big reassurance for her. And when he said like, no, I want to meet her alone first, I was like, okay, this can either mean two things. It's gonna be something like that. Like he just wants to tell her in private, like, hey, don't worry, this is how I see it too. Or he's just gonna like rape her instantly. That would be kind of like the Ethelred method. Even though he did that the first time when they were married.
The seas have betrayed another ship.
We do not seek to trespass, only to wait for our cargo and salvage it.
Name yourself.
Heston, allow us to wait for the tide, and you can have some spoils.
Trader Heston. That looks dangerous. How are they gonna cross that?
The path is gone.
Ah.
There's another way. Can we go back in ourselves?
There's no time. Tide is turning. Men will be leaving their posts.
He always wanted to die at Bebenbar.
We climb.
Climb? Wow, okay. Ah, bird nest. I would shit myself, what the fuck.
Not the time to be distracted by acts of local charity.
Allow me to claim the spoils as recompense.
What's the cargo?
Salt and relics. When the tide comes in, more may follow.
On my land, I take what washes in.
It is indeed the custom. They do as you see fit. But I'd be wary of a ploy. Danes send men to observe in the weeks before they attack.
To the shore!
Damn, I can't believe this is working.
Is that the cousin?
Yes, not such a resemblance.
Greedy man, see one.
They're much in common. Should be able to keep them talking.
Buddies.
See what else washes up and leave your land.
Not at all. Self, my guest. Come into the fortress where we have fire.
Much to do.
Come into the fortress. That is a delight we wish to share. My men will gather your cargo. Of course, we will take a tribute. Take your fill of the riches, man. Heston is feeling generous.
Damn, greedy as fuck. Ugh, all the bird shit. Ah. Oh my god. Imagine if in the end you get killed by a seagull. Oh, I feel like this is such a stupid plan.
Grab what you can and return to your post. And keep an eye out for more Danish ships.
I'd like some quiet to dress.
You may find your way down to the kitchen. There are some women there.
Damn, I can't believe they made it. That looked impossible.
This one. This repair looks weakest.
Too fast and too loud.
Heston has got them to the shore.
Heston, That is a face I would not forget. Are you the poor soul that was shipwrecked?
Yes. Do not recall you?
No, it seems you do not. The last time we met.
Did they meet?
Imprisoned in Alfred's tomb.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thrived afterwards. We were both younger men.
Grandson barely slept years.
They've removed icicles from my balls. Be on my way.
Bye. Fuck. Ah, they're back already. Oh no. Are they just gonna sit there? No? Okay, okay. Oh, smart.
Like to be recognized.
It's my dad's one.
Wait for Uhtred's signal. We Heim Offer's prevail is slipping away. Of Uhtred or Elfwin, it will be killed.
This is madness.
I can't believe he finally did what everyone asked, and then again, he's just like angry because I feel like if Edward was living in these times, he would be angry if someone didn't text him back in time. This is kind of what's happening here. And like the fact that he instantly assumes that Uhtred betrayed him, maybe. Like, the plan could have gone wrong, they could have been captured, or it just could be taken a little longer, like now. There are so many options. He looks so funny. Oh. What was the plan here?
Stay in the courtyard.
Why does Constantine place his men?
Do not discuss what measures we take to ensure my
The X.
King Constantine.
Oh no.
Your man strays where he is not wanted.
He's no man of mine. You've been fooled, Wicker.
How did you get past?
Shipwreck Danes also.
Talk to them for answers.
Oh no. Okay, maybe now it was a good thing that he actually walked away. Oh!
Lady Elfwin?
No.
I'm trying to rescue you.
Heard that many times before, never been true.
I get why she has trust issues now.
And Lord Heston was a friend of your true father.
Heston.
Oh yeah, of course!
Oh, my mother.
Also true.
This man is trying to seize me.
Elfwin!
I offended the young lady, I apologize. Our ways with women are not the same as yours. Perhaps I misunderstood.
Oh, how are you gonna get out of this?
You're a liar. Plot is discovered and your other men captured. Why you came to Bibbenbell shall take only their lives.
I will tell you the truth. Serve no one but myself. I have no allies here. Part of no plan.
Heston? I really felt this coming, yeah. Whoa! I can't believe that Heston, in the end, dies because of a selfless act. Heston! Whoa! Okay, this whole situation is fucked up though, but again, a main character dying. Even though he wasn't that much of a main character anymore these days, but yeah. Someone really has to die every episode. Fucking Elfwin. It's like, with all the things she does, I kind of hate her, but I'm also really trying to remind myself, like, hey, this is just a kid, you know, so...
Perhaps we have gone the wrong way.
We know you are here. We have seen your scouts. Lady Elsewhere.
Stura!
Do your work. Get nothing out of us.
They really have to act fast now.
Very foolish of you to come here. I'm no friend to Christians.
Perhaps we need your help.
Oh, so Stura might also play a bigger part in this.
Let me strike the first blow.
Soldiers approach from the south. Many.
Yeah, that's Edward.
Shall return. Wait.
Maybe after all? Kind of thinking like, was this after all a good thing that he went there now? No, Uhtred says no, not yet. So no one recognizes him?
Come no closer.
A message from Edward. Give us Lord Ethelhelm and Lady Elfwin, and we will not attack. Refuse, we will besiege and kill you all. None will survive.
Yeah, you have a choice to make there. I mean, Whitger always only acts in his own self-interest, so I would think he would just give them up, but okay. I have to say, my first thought was like, hey, this is the 9th episode, there's only one more, and I feel like not that much happened, but now that I see this ending, like it ends right at the gates of Bamberg, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it, because that's the thing they have been saving for the last episode. Oh, I'm just getting chills talking about it. Because I have been saying this since the very beginning. Like, first I thought, oh, maybe in the next season they're gonna retake Bamberg. But then I quickly started to realize, hey, this storyline is not coming back. I think they're saving it for the last season. I honestly thought it was gonna take longer, the whole Bamberg thing. But now it was only like the last 4 episodes or something. But still, the fact that actually the last episode is gonna be this battle at Bamberg is just so iconic to me. Also, where the hell do I even start? I feel like so much happened here. Which is weird because I just said like, oh, I feel like not a lot happened, but I mean like in the way of the story moving, it was a lot like in the same place, same things going on, but I think just like character-wise a lot was going on, as in Uhtred, Finnen and Sihtric, they met with Hild again, and Heston also joined them to help them. First of all, I'm just glad to see Hild again. Honestly, I hadn't even thought of her anymore. I was just like, yeah, she's gone, and I kind of forgot about her existence. But like also when he was looking around and he looked at that one blonde girl, and I was like, is he looking for someone? And then we saw her and I was like, ah, Hild, of course. So yeah, I am very glad that we still see her back in the last 2 episodes, because it would have been kind of stupid if we had never seen her back. The thing is just, I feel like so many characters have died by now that I'm kind of like forgetting who is still here, you know? It's really this season, I think, apart from like 1 episode, I think every episode someone important has died. And really, I have to say about Heston's death, it was something I never saw coming, but something I do really appreciate here. Like, I can't even be too sad about his death, like, even though in the end he tried to do the right thing, and I'm sad that that got him killed in the end, but just the fact that in the end we saw him do the right thing, it suddenly gave me, like, more respect for him. And for him to die then while doing that, I'm like, wow, that's just such a kind of like an epic way out for this character, which I didn't expect. Also, I really understand Elfwin though, like, this man, he tried to kill Æthelflaed a lot of times. He was really mad at her because, first of all, because he couldn't get her, and second, because she was the reason, I think his name was Eric, right? Eric fell in love with Æthelflaed, and that's the reason why they never fought the war that was promised to them, and they never got all the stuff that was promised to them. So he blamed her for that. And yeah, the fact that most of them died then because of all of that. And of course, Æthelflaed told these stories to Elfwin, and indeed he was a good friend of her father, of Eric, but he also tried to kill her mother multiple times and did some really bad shit. So I understand that Elfwin hears that name, and at first she's like, who? And then she's like, fuck, this man is bad, you know? And I think it also doesn't help that she just found out that the Scottish king is really not an asshole. Like, he was so sweet to her, and I really appreciated that. So I understand that at that moment, she did feel some kind of connection to her. Like, in a way, hey, you're the first person who has been honest with me for a while. And we really saw that did something to her. So I think she also... that makes her trust him instantly. And when that man is grabbing you and he's like, yeah, I'm coming to rescue you, while indeed a lot of men have already said to her, I'm coming to rescue you, and it never turned out to be true, I understand why she ran to the Scottish king, even though it ended very bad for Heston now. When they said, like, with the, like, what are you doing here? What's the plan? Who are you working for? Whatever. I really thought, Heston being Heston, he's just gonna give them all up. The thing he did in the end, that was just, yeah, it was really remarkable. I really liked that. Like, Heston will never be one of my favorite characters. I think, especially in his younger years, he really was an asshole. But in the last few seasons, like, he also got a bit older, and he just settled for being a traitor, and he wasn't doing much wrong anymore, and I feel like in some way he kind of bettered himself. Like, indeed, he was still a really greedy, selfish man, but the thing he did in the end, I think that does cause for me that I remind Heston not just as an asshole, but also someone who did something good in the end, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, they also captured Sihtric and Finan. I'm not really sure about the whole thing with Edward and the army. I feel like Uhtred still could have done it, so in that way, yeah, they're way too early. They should have waited a bit. Again, Edward kind of just throwing a tantrum because he doesn't get what he wants, because he doesn't hear back from Uhtred right at the moment he wants to hear back from him. The thing is just, he has so much power, and like then he gets angry about something and he's like, yeah, now I'm gonna use my whole army to go there anyway. So that's kind of what he does. He's angry and that's the reason he does things. And when normal people are angry, they hit a wall or something, but he decides to send his whole army there. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. And I have to say, when I saw Finan and Sihtric there, like they haven't tortured them yet, but they were ready to do it. And then I heard like, hey, there's soldiers coming here. I have to say, for a moment, I thought maybe it was a good timing then, because maybe he's just in time now. But still, Elfwin and Uhtred are also still in there. So, I don't know. I do have to say, I did really appreciate the first scene, like when Edward in the end changes his mind. Mostly because of his mother and his wife, who spoke to him like, hey, we love you, but we don't agree with you. And they really try to make him see that this was the better thing to do. And I do think this scene was very cool, where they rode outside the walls because the guards, they stood down, and then there was just the entire army standing there like, yeah, to Bebbanburg then. And also the way Uhtred just said like, yeah, if that's your command, like, yeah, just let him think that it was still his doing in the end, you know. I feel like a lot of people already know how to kind of deal with Edward, but still he's so stubborn. I feel like if he has his mind set on something, you're not just gonna like, yeah, change that. Yeah, I do kind of fear for Sihtric and Finan right now. I think they will hurt them maybe, but also I think they're gonna be too busy with all the soldiers standing outside now. And what I predict for the next episode, which will be the last, so like I said, this is weird, but I think Witger will give them up, because that just fits with Witger's character. But I also think there's something gonna go wrong or something, and then there will still be a battle. I mean, it's the last episode. There has to be an epic battle. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. But I don't really know. I really don't know how it's gonna go. I'm very curious about it. Oh, and then also one thing I forgot to mention was Elswith and Edith running into Stiora. Of course, Stiora is carrying a lot of hate now, so I understand she sees like Saxons and she's like, hell nah. But I think she might also play a part in this whole battle now. And what I am kind of hoping for is like in the end, and I think that will happen, Uhtred is gonna defeat Witger. He's gonna retake Bebbanburg. And I just kind of hope his children are gonna live there too, or at least close or whatever. Maybe I'm dreaming too much then. But because Stiora is also going there now, and we also saw the sun there, so I mean, I can hope, right? But yeah, if you already want to see my reaction to the finale, like I said, that is possible. It's already available on my Patreon under the early access tier. You can also see my full reaction to this episode, the next episode, and all the other episodes under the uncut reaction tier. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, check out the link in the description to my Patreon. And yeah, I think that was my reaction to the 9th episode then. I'm gonna get ready for the finale, so bear with me. And yeah, if you like my reaction to this one, please leave a like, subscribe. Please let me know what you thought of this episode, or if you have anything to add. And yeah, then I really hope to see you next week. Bye!